All right, hi. Downloaded from everyspec.com. Department of the Navy Contracting Manpower Report Application Version 3.11 Full User Guide Introduction, Purpose and Scope, Notion, Conventions, the Contractor Manpower Reporting Application. Requirements, Contracting Manpower Reporting Application General Website Information System Assets, Contractor Searching, Creation, and Editing, Order Search, Creation, and Editing Reports. Introduction 1. With the Contracting Manpower Reporting Application, the Contracting Manpower Reporting Application is an online database automates the Department of the Navy's contract management reporting process based on the contracting application. Users can enter their information into the contracting information track, contract data view reports, contracting manpower reporting business process captures many of the pieces of information, including the funding sources, contracting vehicle, organization supported mission and functioning, performed total labor hours, labor costs for the contractor efforts is established, enables the Department of the Navy fully understand the Department of the Navy workforce, provide better oversight for the workforce, ensure the Department of the Navy receives full the value of the contracted workforce. 1.1 is purpose of the scope. Manual contains general information in order to help the use of the contracting manpower reporting application effectively. There is a procedure application process for the function the application can perform. The user manual is intended for anyone who needs to use the contracting manpower reporting application to report, view, track, or contracting data on the contracting manpower reporting application website. More specific detailed information is available for the role-specific user guides that are also available for the help resource selection and application. 1.2 Notation Convention. The following conventions are applied to the use that appear throughout this manual. Bold typeface is used to denote the following elements of the contracting manpower reporting application user interface: buttons, check buttons, field names, and tabs. An italic typeface is used as hyperlinks and any other special references to screen within the contractor manpower reporting application user interface. Quotation marks indicate the title of the screen name and page of the contractor manpower report application. 2. The contractor manpower requirements. To use the contractor manpower requirement applications on the Windows PC, you must have the following: Internet Explorer 7 Plus, minimum memory of 512 megabytes, a screen resolution of 10,024 to 668 pixels per inch or higher, Adobe Acrobat Reader for the displaying of the PDF files, and JavaScript enabled on your Internet Explorer. Users roles. The user assigns themselves at least one of the following roles for when creating an account with the contracting manpower reporting application. The user role: contracting officer KO, a person with the authority to enter in the administrative terminate the contracts made related to terminations finding on the behalf of the federal government. The contracting officer representative, the contracting officer technical representative. Explanation: a role is a qualified individual designated by the contracting officer or assist the technical monitoring and administration of the contractor. The prime contractor. Explanation of role: a person, corporation who has been contracted by the Department of the Navy to perform the Department of the Navy military post or other locations. Subcontractor role: company contracted with the general prime contractor to perform the work on the contract with the government organization requiring activity management RA, the Department of Navy activity for which the contracted services are being provided, and a resource manager RM. Role explanation of user role: manage resources of the Department of Navy who will use the contracting manpower reporting application data to generate the information useful baseline programming documentation contractor supports in turn for the manpower dollars and additional resource manager are tasked with validation correction of the contracting manpower reporting application inputs for the respective organization with the submitting data of the contractors that have been inputted by the contractors working on service contractors for the other command. Note: each of the user role will have a certain permission to view and edit specific contract data. Users are unable to register the system administrative role. Contracting manpower reporting application guide. 3. Contracting manpower reporting application. General website information. Website navigation. Every screen with the contracting manpower reporting application has the following links located in the top right side of the screen. Home, that takes the authorized contracting manpower reporting agency home to the contact screen. Research, help reference, provide authorized with the frequently asked questions. Generally The glossary of terms, the Department of Defense, the Department of Navy reference documented, and any other user base of help information. Edit profile. The takers the authorized user for the provided with the page where the profile may be edited by the user. Logout takes the authorized user to a safe and secure logout of the contractor manpower reporting application. Also included a link to go log back into the application. Any one of the website navigation links may be accessed at any time with the navigation within the contracting manpower reporting application website as long as you've logged into the system. 3.2. The contracting manpower reporting application website is best assessed via the following URL: Cmra .nmci.navy.mil. Opening the CMR site, the DT08060 disclaimer is displayed. Once you have read the disclaimer, click I agree to the order to enter use of the application. The most accept the compliance with the agreement in advance with the login shown in the image below. The contracting manpower resource application home screen contains the following links: lost and reset password, authorized use of the password where the email address can be used and reset the password. Register for the new contracting manpower resource application account. The authorized user to the page with the new user account can be requested. View the user's frequently asked question glossary. Allow anyone to view these glossaries, frequently asked question, or the community contracting manpower resource application full user guide and role specific user guide. Send email. Open the user's email client address. The new email with the help desk at the CMRA@avm.com. At the bottom of every page, we'll notice the following links that we'll choose to look at the necessary. Security notice takes the authorized user of the security note screen. Privacy notice to the authorized user of the privacy statement screen. Accessibility section 508 to authorized Department of Defense section 508 webpage. 3.3. Help references means to provide with the useful information in the reference of the contracting manpower reporting process application reference. The documentation also posted there. After clicking the help reference link of the navigation to help, the left provided with the following help features are shown in the image below. The contracting manpower overview provides the overview of the contracting manpower report application background information. Frequently asked questions display answer to the most frequently answered questions on the user to tend to. Glossary provides definition of the feature throughout the contracting manpower resource reporting application. Full user guide provides a link to this manual. PDF guide to the role provides the user manual with detailed information for each of the specific roles. Get PDF reader for the Adobe provides a link to download the software required for the review of the PDFs. Edit profile. The edit profile screen shows all the updated profile information. Profile data updated include the first last name, phone number, and email address, password. The cage code for the primary contractor, subcontractor, user roles only, requiring activity for requiring activity user roles, and command resource manager and the user roles. Note: as a change in user role must be reviewed approved by the system administrator. Therefore, any changes to the user role must be submitted to the request help desk. Click send email link onto the home page to send the email to the help desk. 3.5. Log out. You may exit applications anytime by clicking the logout link. The confirmation message will display. Once you click on the confirm, you will want to log out, and another message displayed on the screen indicating that you have successfully logged out. If you exit the application, simply close the browser. The application will close, and unsaved information from that session will be discarded. Also, if there's no activity of the contracting manpower resource application for 15 continuous minutes, the application is designed to protect data already saved and to terminate and close the session. 3.6 general functionality. The following buttons have the same functionality regardless of which screen the button is found. The cancel returns to the previous screen. Edit allows you to edit the field on the screen. Reset clears information entered into the all fields on the screen. No cleared information to be restored. A red asterisk symbol indicates the adjacent field is required only. Please use the button links of the control manpower resource application to move the next screen and previous screen. Do not use the back button into the browser. Alright, System 4 Access, User Login. The image below shows the login screen with you can access the application after you've registered to have received an email that your new account has been approved. The username is the email to register. The password, the following requirements are necessary to create an appropriate password. Password must be 15 to 30 characters length. Password will have minimum a mix of uppercase, lowercase numbers, and special characters containing at least 2 uppercase characters, 2 lowercase characters, 2 numbers, and 2 special characters. It cannot be any of the least, and cannot be any of the last 10 passwords used. Cannot contain any other user information, name, phone, email, etc. Reflection of the nature of the work will perform in the application to determine the functions that you can use the contracting manpower report resource application to complete the work. As user required the email address. The email address can only be registered once. You may need to register for more than one role during the registration. Please carefully read the one on the screen guidance. After registration, roles can be changed in the system administrator. 4.2 Contracted Manpower Resource Agents Application New User Registration. If you do not complete the Department of the Navy, the Contracting Manpower Resource App account, select the register for a new Contracting Manpower Resource Application account linked to the login screen. You may not use Army, Air Force, or other defense agencies account through the access to the Department of Defense Contracting Manpower Resource account. On the new user registration, enter the required information in all fields, select the applicable user roles, carefully read on the screen guidance regarding the specific selection of role type. All user roles require a valid email address. However, the certain user role requires a distinct email address. The following describe the different email designation per user role. For KOCOR, KORT, MRA roles, the user must have a milgov USNAE.edu mail address. For prime contractor, subcontractor user, they must have a must have a non-milgov or USNA email address. Primary contractors, subcontractors who have a mil or gov or USNA email address will need to be a different valid emails used to register. Functional in place here cannot be overridden. Certain user roles will need to enter in supplementary information in order to register. Prime contractors, subcontractors are required to enter their company's cage code. Requiring activities user will need the required activities in the UIC. User identification code, user registration resource management, you will need to enter the command. A cage code is a commercial government entity code of 5 characters created by the Central Contracting Registry, used by organization applied with the Department of Defense or NASA awards. If you are unaware of the cage code, you may search it by clicking on the blue link as here is shown. The cage code is updated frequently, but if your valid cage code is not in the Contracting Manpower Resource Application database, you will be prompted to check the code. Proceed only if you are certain that the cage code is correct. Select the continue between the save account and the after completing all the required information in the fields. All message will be sent to the email. After completing the button with the verifies the email address, the email link will display for you to click the open email verification of the Contractor Manpower Resource Agency. Click application. Click the link of the email to verify the entered the email address. No further application is required at this point. The reset button will clear all the fields on the screen. Cancel will return to the user login screen. Note that the Contracting Manpower Resource Application account does not ensure immediate access to the system. A verification email will be sent to you after the research of the Contracting Manpower Resource Application account. You must click on the link of the verification email to continue the activation process. After email verification, system administration will manually review the process for the new account. Approval can be taken up to 24 to 48 hours of the business day. You will receive an email notification of your new account is activated. Your lost reset password link found on the log screen must be selected. If you've forgotten your password, you have the selection of the link. The system displays a forgotten password screen. You must enter your email address. Click the submit button. Selection of the cancel button will be displayed the login screen. A forget password email will be sent to your email address, providing you with a link initiating the process of resetting your password. You must click on the link email or copy the paste of the URL to the new browser window. In order to direct the password confirmation screen, you must enter the confirming new password to select the submit with the Department of Navy Regulations NTD 06910 mandates the password Must meet the criteria in order to consider the validated express specified above. 4.4 expired password. Passwords must be reset every 60 days according to the Department of the Navy NTD 0610. If the password expires, follow the instruction on the screen to update your password. 4.5 expired account. Accounts expire after 60 days inactive. The attempt to log in and receive their message shown below. The click to submit and have an email sent to the initiating the process at reactivating the account. You must click on the link of the email, copy the URL, new browser window in order to re-authenticate the account directly from the log screen. If you are no longer the owner or email account registered, you can contact the help desk for this additional assistance. Note, it is not necessary to contact help desk unless you no longer have access to the email account used in the registered Department of Navy contracting manpower resource application. 5. Contract search, creation, and editing. Section provides instructions searching, reviewing, and entering contract data. Viewing the permission will be based on your user roles. All contract-related terms in using the contracting manpower resource application are defined in Glossary A, Appendix A. 5.1 Contracting Search. After logging in the first screen, you will see the Contracting Search tab and shown in the image below. You must search for the contract and determine if the contractor already exists in the application before the new contractor can be created. The more such criteria is entered, the more narrow the search results. There are 3 different ways to search for the contract. The 3 methods described in detail below. Enter the contract number of the field with the view of the specific contractor. You may enter the at least 6 characters or 12 characters of the contract number, of a 13 contractor number. If the prime contractor number is unknown, you search for the additional fields. Note that the search limitations if the contact information has not been previously entered in the contractor will not appear in the results. Search by your login. If you leave all the search field blank and click search button, the result will display all the contracts associated with the username. Associated means the following user designated with a point of contact for order of the contract. The user has claimed the order. The user is designated relationship. A designated relationship means that the following the user entered in the contract. The user of the uniform identification code command is matching the uniform identification command on the contract. If the results are found on the contract number of you are entered, the contracting manpower resource application will display the contracting number, contracting company, contracting officer's first, last name, and the result based on the search criteria as shown in the image below. If the particular contract you search for is found, you may click on the contracting number link of the contracting number column with the contracting details screen will display. For the guidance completion with the contracting details screen, please see the edited contractor selection in the claim order section. 4 contracting officers or contracting technical representatives. If the contract is found with the contractor number you entered for the previous year, fiscal year they entered with, you may not add new contract for the current fiscal year. Attempting to recreate the contract will result in error. Data for the current fiscal year shall be added by adding a new order. For the guidance of adding new orders, please see the section Contractor Order Details. Data that appears for the previous fiscal year is not deleted. 5.2 Contract creation. If the contractor you search for the contractor you're searching is not currently in the database, the contracting manpower resource application will prompt you with a message that says your search did not return any results. Please click here to create a contract. Click with the reference link to create a new contract entity. You will be given an option to create a new contractor with the contracting manpower resource application. Clicking the link of reference for the district direction above the page will be displayed as shown below. Entering the contractor number, contract official year of the new contract you want to store, the contracting manpower resource application, so you can click save contract after entering the required information. Note, the CORs and CO contracting officer representatives and contracting technical officer technical representatives, or KOs in the event that there is no COR or COTR assigned, responsible for entering information data. The NDA elements field is displayed below the contract number of the contract official years. Prime contractors are not responsible for this data. Click Save Contract for entering all the necessary information for all the required data fields. 5.2.5.3 edited current contract data. There are two tabs on the contract search tab. The contract tab will be displayed on the contract tab number of the contract, official year of the NDA, elements for the contract selected. To edit the contract, click the Edit Contract button at the bottom of the contract tab. After completing the revision of the contract, save the contract button, and to save the updated information, clicking on the back search button will return to the search results screen, and any changes to the screen will not be saved. Only prime contractors, CORs, COTRs, resource managers, resource activity managers may edit contract data. 6. Order search and creation editing. 6.1 Order search. All orders of specific contract will be displayed in the existing orders table of the order tab. To edit the view of the order information of one of the displayed existing orders, clicking the orders tab and selecting one of the blue hyperlinked order numbers. If order is not displayed, it is needed to be added. Note that the blank fields under each of the column heading are also filtered. Result filters will be very helpful in the contract that may be under the spanning many of the official years. If you know exactly the order number, you can enter the box below order the number to filter it for it. If you want to filter the all orders for a particular official year, enter the year in the box below official year. The same can be done with the prime contractor contracting officer name. Important the name fields case sensitive and need exact for your filter. Kathy Jones in the KO field results in Catherine Jones. You will not be displayed. You will get better results for entering than only Jones. The only way to add a new order to click the Add New Order to the bottom of the page. Some contractors do not have permission to add New Order button. Subcontractors must contact the prime contractor if the order does not exist in the system of the prime contractor must add the order. The fourth section of other information to enter the review and edit is shown in the following tables: order data, the contract data, the location data, found site data. The contractor, subcontractor are not responsible for entering the found site data. After selecting existing order number, the order data displays the following order information: official year. Official year is accounting of the period of the federal government. It begins with October 1st and ends in September 30th of the next year. And the H for the year identified with the calendar year, which commonly is referred to as the FY. Order number. The order number refers to the task order delivery number of the contractor for the contractors without the order number, using a 0000 as the default, another number that meaningful to all parties entering the review of the data that order. The requiring activity unit identification code. The unit identification code requiring activity refers to the unit identification code requiring activity that will be performing the mission under the contract, not necessary for the contracting office, the contracting administrative office, or funding source. If you do not know what the unit identification code, to select the contractor, the contractor officer representative, contractor technical representative for the contracting order in question. The Department of the Navy contracting manpower resource application help desk is unable to assist determination which is correct unit identification code. Contract the Department of the Navy contracting manpower resource application help desk only if the unit identification code is not available for the drop-down menu in the selection. Command for the requiring activity: the man with that would be performing the mission, not for the contractor in the field, with use to auto-populate based on the unit identification number code that is selected. The contractor company, the name of the prime contractor for the order. Direct non-labor cost supplies cost for the other direct costs of the order charged directly with the government, not included with the proper material cost. The direct labor and indirect costs for the other categories costs. The direct non-labor costs should be reported in the sub-burden costs. Total invoice amount, amount invoiced for the during official year delivery order task order level. The total invoiced amount would include the direct non-labor costs, primary labor costs. The subcontractor labor costs will fully bear any costs if representing, but enter the amount invoiced for the order of the particular official year. Total invoiced amount of the will be invoiced for the work performed in the current reportable official year. Example: the work is performed in September 2014 during the official year of 2014. The invoice for the government October 2014 during the official year of 2015. Include the amount of invoice in October 2014 total invoice amount because it was work that was done in total 2014 official year of 2014. Note: the completed technical order expected to review the contractor operator representative or technical representative in charge of the overseeing order. The contractor operator review of the technical representative should also be incorporated the data if necessary. 6.2 Order creation. The order number of the official unit does not exist. The need for the adding a new order button. Adding a new order button is only enabled for the users who have the right to add orders on a particular contract. The image should be shown in the order details page that displays an add new order and button is clicked. Enter required data in the order. You may refer to the table in section 6.1 of the explanation of required field. The unit identification code requiring activity and is not entered in the textbook. Unit identification code needs to be selected for the search of the figure. The search for requiring activity unit identification code. Collect the search of the identification code on the other detail screen. If you know the identification code requiring activity, enter the RAs or unit identification code as in identification code. Leave the order of the criteria blank and click the search for the unit identification code. When the search table is displayed, to verify the identification code is correct, select it and click the blue hyperlink identification code. If you do not have an exact identification code require activity but know how somehow information, you must be able to search other fields. Select one or more of the fields of the information. The much information will be unnecessary. The example of the search for the unification code Naval Sea Command located in the state of Virginia. Use the number page through the result necessary. For example, there are more than 10 pages the result of each search. Browse the search results table. Select a unification code, clicking on the hyperlink unification code. Once you select the unification code, click on the blue link. Unification code automatically displays the order details page of the corresponding command as shown on the page below. Enter the information remaining fields: prime contractor, company direct non-labor costs, total invoice amount. Click the create order button. If there are any errors, the required field data single red arrows message will be displayed. Correct the errors if there are any. When the order is created successfully, new order displayed is existing order table to the order tabs. 6.3 Order editing. Order details can be edited with the order data tab. The order can be edited by the users who have the correct role of the ownership, the right to the order, in order to promptly protect the priority data. You may only edit the orders that you have claimed to order. The contractor operator officer representative, the contractor technical representative with the prime contractor owner of the order, the RMA or RA or RM with the unit identification code with the command corresponding to the order. More detailed information is available with the role-specific guides. In general order that can be viewed and edited with clicking the hyperlink order number the existing order. The image below should be example of the order that can be edited for the users who logged in. The edit button can be enabled with the click on the edit order details. The edit button uses the edit order details is not only used the full in the screen entering manpower hours. Manpower hours are entered in the location data tab. 6.4 Contracting data. Contact data. Contact information can be edited in the contact data. And to update the contact data, on order the contact data tab, the contact data displays that the contact information for the contracting officer, the prime contractor, the CORT, the data that exists in the system already. To edit the existing contact tab, click on the contacting tab link to add a new contact. Enter the appropriate contact information into the contact data fields. Clicking on the save button of the appropriate contacts, contracting officer, same time contracting officer, save the COT or COTR 605. Location data is the contracting manpowers as are reported. The only prime subcontractor view of the total invoice, direct and non-labor dollars, direct labor dollars, and direct labor hours. It is usual that enter original data has been granted to the right to claim the order, although the data, the public information, all amounts have been entered. You do not have the right to see the particular data you entered instead of the dollar amount. The contractor officer representative or the technical representative may also view the total invoice amount, direct number of dollars, direct labor hours. If he or she entered the data and claims that in order to view the data, the data required for the unit did not enter, have a requirement to do so, claim the order and button order data tab. All location for the specific orders both display in the location information table of the location data, the navigated location data search to select the correct contract with the select the appropriate order for the order tab, the view the complete data Details the location of the display. Click the edited icon for the left side of the road. The image below shows the view of the location data tab. If there no location exists of the system in this order, the current official year, the type of the display message, no direction of the primary contractor has already entered the order data, you can click on the add new location add, but the location information subcontractor can add any of the location information of the prime contractor has entered the order information. The image below show field require information completed when adding a new location. The table provides guidance to assist the accurately entering location data in fields. Federal Service Code, City Installation Service, State Zip Country, Contract Data Type, Direct Labor Hours, Direct Labor Dollars, Weapon System Support, a question about the contract performance, and government supervision, government tools and equipment, government facilities. Fill out the remaining detail data fields with location data details. Then click Save to submit your location information. There are blank fields for the field errors. You'll see red errors as in the top of the window. Click the errors and click Save the information. The image below provides more than correct the errors and save the submitted the information below. The image below provides more guidance for the Federal Search Code. After clicking the FSC Federal Service Code button, the Federal Service Code window will be displayed as shown below. If you know the Federal Service Code, the most closely match the service to perform with a particular location, you may have directly that code doing the following: enter the Federal Service Code in the code field to locate. Leave the service code. Leave the service category and description field blank. Click on the service search for Federal Service Code. And an example as search was done in Federal Service Code C118, the code was selected with the result. If you do not know the Federal Service Code, the most closely matched the service that performed a particular location, you may narrow the search category browse result by doing the following: select an item in the service category drop down below menu to describe the type of the services being performed at the location. Locate the code in the description field blank. Search for the Federal Service Code. Example search, which was done browse the medical service category in order to locate the Q516 pediatric service. The code was then selected for the results list. If there is a multiple location in the Federal Service Code and the order number, then you must separate the recorded record from each unique location Federal Service Code pair. No, location data elements should be reviewed by the COT of the overseeing contract. The contractor office representative, technical representative should also edit the incorrect data if necessary. 6.6 Bulk Loader. The bulk loader features are available for the uploading multiple records for the need to enter into the location data. If clicking the bulk loader is located, link located and located information tab of the access features. Note that the contractor order must enter the completed manually before the bulk loader can be used in the added location. In attempt to upload the location for the contract order data is completed with the result entered the errors location not being applied. Uploaded. To enter multiple location recording of the CSV file, complete the following steps. Please note that the order that details of the contractor order number must be in the contractor manpower resource application before the location data is uploaded. Download the template of the bulk loader template or the CSV. Download the bulk loader instructions and code lookups to XLS. Complete the required fields for the template. Instruction must be filed exactly as the database recognizes and be able to process the records. Save the completed template with the computer of the CSV file. Update the completed template as the CSV file with the clicking the browsing button. Clicking the CSV file you save. Click the submitted button. If there are any errors that are displayed on the screen, correct the errors. Repeat the uploaded process. You must enter a new row for each of the location of the Federal Service Code. Also, you cannot change the order of the columns. Should not enter symbols in any data field. Alright, 6.7 Funded Site Data. Primary contractors, subcontractors are not expected to enter the information of contractor manpower resource application. The CORT and the COR is responsible for viewing the funding site and the application. Explanations of the table provided with the prime contractor, subcontractor, the reference. All funded sites of the specific contractor was displayed on the fund site with the view the details of the site, funded site information, fund site, and the data of the fund site. Click on the edited icon and let the fund fund site row. The detail icons present the permission that below to add the new funded site and the added fund site button. If the button is enabled, you and either do not have permission or to add fund sites, or you have not claimed the order properly. All your field sites and also edited with the fund site number, entering the or editing data, the click save button, the save update information, entering the required data of the new fund site, clicking the save button, updated information. Alright, your required fields are basic symbols, operating agencies, department code, objective class, and official year of dollars. 7. Reports. The section provides guidance for the viewing and exporting reports. Reports title vary based on individual user roles. For more detailed description of different report types, refer to the individual user guide for the pertinent to use. The view report. The view report is a report. Select the report types. Display the reports that you authorize to view. The report the wish to view is the report title. Link of the reporting title column. On the next screen, they appropriate the report filter the report you would like to view, the official year, the click on the view report bottom and after selecting the report filters. If there are no reports with the official year option, you have selected the following message will display the report did not return any data. 7.2 Export reports. You may export the report in Microsoft Excel clicking on the exporting Excel buttons after selecting the report filters. Once you have exported the file, you may have saved your report on your hard drive. 7.3 Marking of the FOUO. The modification complied with the Department of Navy Contractor Manpower Resource Agency for official use only. Is marked appropriately. Unclassified documented material containing the FOUO information should be marked as documentation marked with the for official use only for the bottom of the front cover, the title page for the first page, and the outside of the back cover, and the note pages only documented. The FOUO information should be marked on the for official use only at the bottom. Material other than paper documents, examples of slides, computer media films, etc., shall bear the markings altered for the holder and viewer of the material containing the FOUO. And then there's the appendix of the glossary, and that was the Department of Navy Contracting Manpower Reporting or Contracting Manpower Reporting Application version 3.11 full user guide, updated April 10th, 2014.